This is the Randi Rhodes Show on 960 KNEW and online at 960KNEW.com.
Why, look, it's Friday again. I'm flabbergasted. It's BS News for this, the Day of Infamy 2012, and away we go. Dateline, good job. Today's job numbers showed the unemployment rate fell to 7.7%, the lowest since George W. Bush was president. But the Republicans will never admit that George W. Bush was ever president, I mean. Dateline, Dream DeMint. Ultra-conservative Jim DeMint announced on Thursday he was quitting the U.S. Senate to head up the Heritage Foundation. Why, they're just a bunch of pompous windbags who do nothing. And Jim DeMint is leaving them to join the Heritage Foundation. Also this week, Dick Armey quit as chairman of Freedom Works, saying he was concerned about the group's direction. For the record, that direction is down. Dateline, Idiocracy. A new poll shows that 25% of polled Republicans want their state to secede from the Union. That's twice the number of Republicans who could accurately identify their state. The same poll showed that 49% of Republican voters thought that acorns stole the election for Obama. The remaining 51% blamed it on Joe Kennedy stealing votes in Chicago. Finally, Dateline, Fantasia. In a major renovation, Walt Disney World in Florida this week opened up its new Fantasyland, twice as big as the old one. The grand opening of Fantasyland was delayed, though, until the Disney people could quietly and diplomatically remove the tent that Karl Rove was living in. We're closing in on Flabbergast O'Clock. Maybe a few highballs or champagne cocktails to go with that. BS News for Friday. Have a great weekend.
Great weekend, everybody. Great weekend. You want to know how dysfunctional, though, it has become? I mean, with all the, everybody's joking around about, he's left, a dysfunctional do-nothing group to join, the Heritage Foundation, because the Senate has become that. You want to know how weird it got yesterday? This is the strangest story ever that would ever apply to the U.S. Senate, okay? Supposedly a deliberative body. They take their time. They think things through. And then they act in the best interests of the people. Oh, we laugh. But this was crazy. Mitch McConnell went to Harry Reid. And Mitch McConnell said to Harry Reid, hey, let's take the debt limit, the debt ceiling off the table. It's too scary. Not the fiscal cliff, the debt ceiling, okay, which is the next fight to be had if the Republicans continue to be Republicans and do what Republicans do, which is nothing. So the cliff, we'll go over the cliff, and then, of course, the markets will drop, and it'll be just like September 15th, 2008, when George W. Bush was deciding whether or not to bail out the banks, and the Congress voted no. And then all of a sudden, the markets started bleeding, hemorrhaging, and then they said, oh, well, we better, bail out the markets. We better bail out Wall Street. Same situation will happen here, and it'll be rectified just as quickly. Rectum, it nearly killed us, but it'll be rectified. So the debt ceiling is something different. The debt ceiling is defaulting the United States on the bills we've already racked up. Just like if you had a home and you had credit card bills coming due and you just said, the hell with it, I'm not paying any of them anymore, I'm defaulting. Same thing, bankruptcy, just complete chaos. World markets, everything would be affected by this. So Mitch McConnell went to Harry Reid and he said, all right, Harry, put up or shut up. Let's take a straight up and down vote. No chance for a filibuster. Let's use the procedure for a straight up and down vote and vote to raise the debt limit. Let's just do it now. And Harry Reid said, okay, let's do it. Let's do it. You just can't not do it. And he put it on the floor. Mitch McConnell, realizing that it would pass, went onto the Senate floor, I swear on my life, and filibustered his own damn bill, even though he had agreed that this would be a straight up and down vote and there would be no chance for a filibuster. So not only does he break his own rule that he asked Harry Reid to implement for a straight up and down vote, but then he filibusters his own freaking bill.